Bronx barber biz. They told Otani, but they forgot who run this. Yeah, it's just his an MVP type shit. Let's go. Judge of the bat, crowd hold their breath. Pitch coming in, that ball meant death. 4-4-2, that nuke just left. Ain't no pitcher safe when he got that cleft. Cap on low with them sleeves roll tight. He swing like thunder, gone out of sight. Otani cool, yeah, dude got flair, but Judge hit bombs that ain't even fair. Real MVP, don't need no show. 62 last year, you already know. Oppo dead and a poolside pop. Ball leave quick like he calling a cop. Real MVP, that's number 99. Y'all crown Otani, that's cute but blind. Big man cooking in that Bronx stew. You want clutch, he deliver like Uber do. Leader of the pack, capping the ship. Every at bat like a championship. He don't pitch, but he saved that pen, cause one swing might end it then and then. Otani's flash, Judge that weight, put the whole damn league on a dinner plate. Don't care who throwing, don't care what heat. Judge got that stick, make time skip a beat. Real MVP, don't need no show. 62 last year, y'all already know. Oppo dead, said a poolside pop. Ball leave quick like he calling a cop. Real MVP, that's number 99. Y'all show hey nice, but he's still behind. Put some respect when you talk his name. Aaron Judge, yeah, he run the game. Don't get it twisted. The league got stars, but the Bronx got a judge. Case closed.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? D-Train, what's good, D-Train? D-Train says, finally, a comeback win, bro. Let's freaking go. Exactly, man. I'm telling you right now, we're going to get into it, man, but the Yankees the bats finally wake up late in the game. They beat the Padres 12-3 in a game that I'm not going to lie, when the game started, I did not feel good about this game. I really didn't. I thought we were going to drop this one. But finally, bro, the Yankees show some freaking fight. They show some life, dude. They were playing like they didn't have a pulse. Emilio, what's up, Emilio? He says, yes. Finally, exactly, bro. Exactly. But yeah, man, so look. The first inning, I'm not gonna lie, right? So Clarke Schmidt is out there. Obviously, he hasn't been great for us lately. Granted, just came off the IL. Jacob says, "What's up, Jacob? What's up, Jacob?" He just got off the IL. But anyway, man, top of the first, freaking Jasson Merrill hits a shot, a double down the right field line, and I'm like, oh my god, I got that feeling in my stomach. I'm like, oh, here we go. But Clarke Schmidt manages to get out the inning, so all is good, right? Before I even get to the rest of the game, right? The one thing I liked about the Yankees that we kept responding to everything they did this whole game. And we'll look at the box score and I'll show you what I'm talking about, right? So Jasson Merrill hits that double. We get out the first inning. Immediately in the bottom of the first, Ben Rice responds with a double of his own, a shot. Nothing happens there, right? And then Clarke Schmidt was dealing. Everything was looking good. We're going back and forth. No runs are being put up by us or the Dodgers. Then comes the top of the fourth, right? This is something that somebody's gonna have to explain to me because I really don't understand. I really do not understand. So Manny Machado leads it off with a single, I believe. So he gets on a walk here and there. Next thing you know, freaking bases are loaded and they call a balk on Clarke Schmidt. Mind you, at this point, I'm watching it from my phone and I'm watching my son practice because he had practice today. And I'm like, what, how is that a balk? This is his move. This is what he does every time. So they were saying something about you have to declare it. You have to let the umpire know. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I never heard this rule. Like, let him know what. So if somebody knows and they can explain it to me in the chat, please do. Because I was like, I didn't see anything wrong. Boone runs out on the field. He's trying to talk to the umpires. Clarke Schmidt is like, what did I do? They get a run, and then they get another run on a sac fly. So now we down 2-0, and I'm like, oh, man, here we go with the shenanigans. But the Yankees respond immediately. Bottom of the fourth. Yeah, that balk was BS, man. Bottom of the fourth. Judge hits a freaking... It just cleared the wall, man, but it's a home run is a home run. I don't care what ballpark. If it goes over the wall, it counts, brother. So Judge finally, man, he hits a home run. I'm like, yes, let's go, baby. Let's go. And then I believe it was Dominguez comes through with an RBI single up the middle. And I'm like, yes, finally, man, we responded. Okay, it's tied. It's tied. Then a few more innings go by, top of the seventh, they score another run. I believe it was Tatis hit a double, I believe, or a single. They score a run. It's 3-2. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the this has been the storyline up to this point of the game. The Yankees have not been able to really come back in these close games, these one-run games. So it's 3-2, bottom of the seventh, and I'm like, please, let's do something. Let's do something here. And the Yankees responded in a huge way because they put up a freaking 1-0, 10 runs in the bottom of the seventh. I mean, it was just a freaking a barrage of hits, walks, and some bad plays too. Some bad plays too. Fernando Tatis airmailed one over the third baseman. He scored a run. And it was all capped off with an Austin Wells grand salami. Like, you couldn't ask for more, man. We've been asking for these guys on the bottom of the lineup to wake up, and they did in a big way. The bullpen stepped up. Fernando Cruz, I believe he pitched what, like an inning or 2/3 of an inning. He ended up with the win, which is crazy. So Fernando Cruz came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up no runs, and the bullpen stepped up. We seen eventually they brought in Matzek, and whenever you see this guy, you know the Yankees are blowing the team out. De Los Santos, he's back, and he immediately they put him in the game. So it was just it was a good game, man. This is what we really needed, man. We really I don't think I don't think I could have stomached another one run loss or something like that. Like if the Yankees would not responded, we would have lost 3-2. I would have been pissed off. But thank goodness, man, that bottom of the seventh happened. I think we really needed it. And let's go to the box score and check out who did what. I'm gonna tell you right now, the the bottom of the lineup really stepped up in a huge way. Let's take a look at the box score real quick. We'll do this quick. All right, Grisham went 0 for 4, but he did have a walk and an RBI. His average is down to 284. That's still respectable and commendable, especially for a guy like Grisham. Rice goes 2 for 4, two RBIs, and his average is back up a little bit, 264. So that's good. His OPS is right under 1,000. So great for him. Peraza got in that bat eventually. He went 0 for 1. Judge goes 1 for 3 with a home run. He scored 2 runs, had a walk, and obviously the RBI. Bellinger 1 for 3. He had an RBI. Dominguez. So this is where it gets really good for the Yankees, man. Dominguez had a great night. I'm telling you right now. It's like night and day from the left side and the right side. It is insane, man. He looked phenomenal. He goes 2 for 3 with a walk. And he's stepped up in a big way, man. He had a great night today. And I think he had a post-game interview, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Volpe 2 for 4. Wells 2 for 4, 5 RBIs with a grand slam. And then Cabrera, he didn't have any hits on the night, and neither did Vivas. But I would say that Vivas got robbed by Hayward out in left field. Even though it wasn't hard hit, but it was a ball that probably drops if for most other left fielders. But Hayward, man, he plays his position very well. I think he's an ex-Gold Glover, and he made a sliding catch and took a hit away from Vivas. And then Goldschmidt ended up coming in the game late, and he went 0 for 1, but he did have a walk. So in total, the Yankees put up how many hits we had? Uh, uh, uh. So we had 10 hits on the night and scored 12 runs. So it's a huge night for the Yankees, man. We really needed this, guys. We really, really needed this. And what we needed even more was for Clarke Schmidt to show up and do his thing. And granted, he gave up 2 runs and he found himself in some trouble, but he kept us in the game, man. 2 runs. He only gave up 2 runs. That's excellent, man. Especially for a guy like Clarke Schmidt. He kept us in the game. So I got to give a lot of credit to Clarke Schmidt. Without him, man, it could have got ugly. And it felt like it was gonna get ugly real quick, especially especially in that bottom of the fourth. I mean, that top of the fourth. It just had the makings of a really big inning, and they only ended up scoring 2 runs. So kudos to Clarke Schmidt. Hopefully, he could keep this momentum going and take it into his next start. Emilio says, "Man, I was smiling that whole 7th inning." Yeah, man. I was trying to like watch my son play practice and watch the game too, and I'm like looking and watching them practice, and I'm like, oh my god, like, dude, we're back. And then when Wells hit that grand slam, I was just like, yes, finally, man, finally something went our way. It felt like the baseball gods were against us for a while there. Good at bats from everyone. Yep. D-Train says, good day today for sure. We need to win the series with Max pitching tomorrow. Exactly. We need to win the series with Max pitching tomorrow. Dylan Cease is going up against Max Fried. He hasn't looked great. So I expect the Yankees to hopefully steal this series. That would be huge. That would be huge, especially for a team like the Padres, who are considered to be arguably like top 3, in the whole MLB. That's what the quote unquote experts say. So that's it. But yeah, Clarke Schmidt, huge Clarke Schmidt, man. He pitched 6 innings, which is just, I mean, what more can you ask for? Gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, only 1 walk. And that's what I like to see from Clarke Schmidt, man. He was throwing strikes, man. He wasn't giving up walks. He was letting them put it in play, and the defense was helping him out, man. We had maybe 1 or 2 huge double plays, if I'm not mistaken. He only had 4 strikeouts, but hey, I'll take it any day. And his ERA is now at 4.79. So that's great. I mean, it's not great, but that's good considering where it was before the game started. One other thing to mention, I forgot, man. Freaking Cookie Carrasco has been DFA'd. So hey, thank you for your service, brother. And but I'm gonna be honest, man. Yeah, you won't be missed, not by me anyway. But I appreciate it, man. You did give us like 1 or 2 good outings, and you tried, man. And it's nothing against you, bro. Father Time is undefeated, man. Father Time is undefeated. So, but who knows? He might end up back, man. If nobody picks him up, we'll see what happens with that. But he was DFA'd. In other news too, I heard. Let me look it up. I heard what's his name? Spencer Jones was placed on the IL. Not sure if that's true, but I'll look it up real quick. I need somebody smarter than me in the chat to let me know. Uh, okay. Slugging Yankees top prospect Spencer Jones hits mysterious minor league IL. I don't know what that's about, but here you guys take this. I know I'm off the topics, but minor league baseball is the greatest. Blah 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 blah. When New York Yankees top prospect. The mysterious 7-day injured list, and that's exactly where New York Yankees top prospect Spencer Jones finds himself this week. But why? What's the diagnosis? And for how long? Whatever, man. He's on the IL, so hopefully you know, he gets better and he continues to develop. Because I'm looking forward to seeing him someday, hopefully in the near future, on this team and actually producing. But he's got a ways to go and he got some things to figure out. So shout out to Spencer Jones, man. We rooting for you. Take your time, brother, and just figure it out down there, man, and get healthy. But the baby bombers step up in a huge way, man. The bottom of the lineup has been anemic as of late. Anthony Volpe had a good day. Austin Wells had a phenomenal day. I mean, he really needed it in a big way. You know, who was Ben Rice finally, because Ben Rice went cold for a while there. He was looking really cold. His average dropped from like 309 to 255 in a matter of 2 series. So it's good to see him going and see him hit the ball hard. That's most importantly, man, because when he's hitting the ball hard, good things are gonna happen. He might hit the ball hard and it might be some outs, but eventually those balls are gonna find the gap and he's gonna do his thing. So that was great, man. The baby bombers stepping up in a huge way. And And I'm telling you what, man, for this team to be successful, this is what we need. What we saw tonight, we need this from them, from the bottom of the lineup in a huge way, man. This team we would not go far if Volpe, Wells, and Dominguez and Rice can't if they can't produce. We would not go far. Andrew, what's up, Andrew? Andrew says, "What's up, Jason? How's it going, my brother? It's going good, my brother. It's a good day whenever the Yankees win, especially when you put up 12 runs. I know you're happy because you're a Dodgers fan, so I'm sure that helped your standings. And I'm gonna take a look at the standings right now. San Francisco beat the Cubs 14-5. It's crazy. All right, so right now the Yankees are 20-16. Finally, we got that 20th win. It seemed like that 20th win was just eluding us for a while there. Um, so we go 2.5 games up on Boston, uh, and 6 games up on the Orioles, who are in last place. So it's still tight. It's still tight, man. A bad week could put us right in last place. So we still got to go out there and play well. The Dodgers and the Padres. So the Dodgers, they're only up half a game on the Padres still. Why is that? Did the Dodgers play? Oh, Dodgers lost to Miami. Not good. Not a good look, Andrew. Those are games you got to win, man, when you play Miami. So they lost to Miami 5-4. This would have been a huge win, man, to get them, because you guys are pretty much deadlocked. The only reason why you guys are in first is because you played one game more than the Padres. So that's gonna be interesting to watch, man. That's a tough series. That's a tough division right there. Tough division. Volpe made that fly ball error. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. From a guy who used to play shortstop and third base, a ball like that is hard. It's harder than it looks, man. But it is a play that he could make, and we've seen him make. It looked like he kind of lost it, and I think he felt like Grisham had him there. But Grisham kind of gave up on it too. And it's just bad communication. You got to communicate more. Somebody got to call it. And if you don't hear anybody calling it, you better assume that that's your ball, you know? So, yeah, but nothing really came of that. So I'm not going to hold it against him. That was a tough play, man. That was a tough play. Jeter would have made it running backwards like this. The famous Jeter play. Andrew says, yeah, I'm mid. Andrew says, yeah, I'm mid right now. You guys are helping us, but we're not helping ourselves by losing to the Marlins. Yeah, those are games you got to win. Chris, man, what's up, Chris? Chris the Flash. Everybody check out my man, Chris the Flash. Check out his channel. He's not doing too much Yankee stuff these days, but he's on a more of a deeper level, man. But I still be checking you out, Chris, man. I appreciate you, brother. And you're always welcome. You know, me and Chris, we started this overnight show together uh a while back, and you're always welcome, Chris, man. I'd love to have you back, man. Chris the Flash, brother. But yeah, so let's take a look at these post-game interviews. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I know that so far we had a post-game interview for Boone, Dominguez, Ben Rice. So let's hear what Boone got to say first.
Made an out against the lefty pitcher through that 7th inning. No lefty made an out against the lefty pitchers. What made those matchups work so well in your favor?
Yeah, and good lefties too that are tough on lefties. So started again with JD that inning.
Ace, what's up, Ace?
He had really good at bats all night, and then one from the right side to get us going there, and then just Wellsy aggressive there, shoots the hole.
Dominguez had a great game, Ace.
Goldie comes in and forces the walk, and then just a lot of, Grish was real patient. 2 strikes by Rice there, so just, Belly gets that's not an easy thing to run across, and really every ball kind of scalded too against a really good left on left guy. Like he is tough on lefties, and then put a big inning up like that was big.
Seeing Dominguez get a hustle double from the right side to start that off, what type of spark did it bring to your dugout?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to watch him run.
What's up, Ken?
Really go. So yeah, I think it definitely. I mean, looking back at it, I mean, it was really big play, you know, and kind of set the tone for that inning, and then just great at bats followed.
What did you see from Clarke tonight?
Good.
Yeah, Clarke Schmidt was impressive.
I thought he kind of got better as he went. I thought sprayed it a little bit at times, but really stayed away from mistakes, and I thought his stuff was really good. Right away, I thought that, that sinker was consistently mid-90s, so was the cutter. I thought he spun the ball really well, too, handled both sides of the plate. Machado put some good swings on him, but and then, the one kind of pickle he got into, he's able to limit enough damage to keep it.
It can maybe you can explain to me that balk. I still don't get it. I might have to look up that rule, man. I'm gonna have to look it up. You have to declare to the umpire. I was like, what? This is how he pitches. At first, I thought they would hold him because you have to come to like a complete. You have to set before you pitch. So I was thinking that's what it was, because he does have like a funny motion when he goes to the mound. I still don't get it though. I really don't.
That's right there.
Ken used to be a pitcher,
just
so
a really good, strong 6 innings by him.
Yeah, any debate leaving him in with 85 pitches despite the two lefties?
No.
Yeah, but I that's what I'm saying, Ace. That's what I was thinking. I thought they were saying that he didn't set, but then I heard, because I was trying to watch it while also watching my son practice, and but I heard them saying that it's that he didn't declare it to the umpire, and I was like, what do you have to declare? It just, I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. And apparently Boone, it didn't make sense to Boone or Clarke Smith too, because they were arguing it. Like, what do we do? Ace says, I like our chances with Max Fried tomorrow. I do too, man. Hopefully the bats continue to stay hot, especially from the bottom of the lineup, especially guys like Volpe, Wells, and Ben Rice, man. If those guys are hitting, and Belly had a decent game too, if they could just step it up a little bit and we could get some more production from them, I like our chances, man. I think the Yankees will be in a much better place.
No, not coming off the week he's had, and just it was good getting him out of there on a good note at that point.
Look at those stats there. Judge is batting .412. He has 56 hits on the season. He's on pace to like a crazy amount of hits. 12 home runs. I'm sure he's leading that. Let me check that real quick. 4 home runs. Yep. Oh, well, Judge is tied with Carl Schwarber and Cal Riley from Seattle. 503 OBP, 772 slugging, 1.275 OPS. It's just incredible, man.
Brendan.
Understanding that your lineup's not filled with 2023 Yankees, how much do you guys think your familiarity with Wandy helped that inning?
Hey, we lit Wandy up. Poor Wandy.
Maybe a tad bit, but I mean, you're usually more familiar with guys you face a lot.
He didn't. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that, because I feel like he didn't do anything that he doesn't normally do. Like he does have a funky motion. Like he has like a kind of like he steps back and like a little weird. His the way he pitches is a little different, But I feel like he did set. Maybe he didn't set long enough, but it's not like he did, to me anyway. I got to go back and I haven't went back and looked at it. It looked like he always comes and he sets quick and then goes, but that split millisecond he does set. He says the thing was weird, was not giving Dominguez third base on overthrown by Tatis. Yeah. Yep. Dominguez was on the first. He should have. Yeah, the umpiring was terrible today. It wasn't good. Amazing what happens when the boys have patient at bats and situational hitting. Exactly. Jacob says, Ace, my guy. And the Red Sox lost. That helps us in the standings. Yeah, we're 2.5 up now on the Red Sox. 2.5 up. Chris says, yeah, that balk was BS. I don't know. I got to go back and look at it, because if he didn't set, then yeah, that's a balk. If you don't set, you got to set. I think he made an unusual move compared to his normal windup. He kind of made a quick step before the windup.
But now, these guys, they're so prepared. You have a really good idea of who guys are, what they do, what they like to do. So maybe minor.
I guess that's all they had on Boone, man. Let's go ahead and take a listen to what Dominguez had to say after the game. Dominguez is looking, man, he's loving this beard policy. I tell you what, man. This dude, Dominguez he's low key like awkward but funny. And I think the name The Martian, it fits him well. It fits him very well.
Do you think that's the best offensive inning you guys have had this season? Not just from the results, but from the cohesion, the way you were working at bats against the lefty pitchers.
I mean, that first inning was incredible, but that inning was a really good one. Like the whole team putting good at bats together, it was a really good one.
Yeah, they listen to 50. You notice when they lose, they don't listen to music. When they lose, like if you go back to yesterday and listen to the post games, there was no music in there. It was like a funeral, bro. It looked like a funeral, but it's good, man. The spirits are high. That's good, man. Look, this team needed this win, man. Especially after a devastating loss yesterday and the way they lost on Sunday. Playing in the rain is miserable too, I bet. This was a huge win, man. A huge win versus a really good club. So this hopefully they, this builds some confidence and momentum. Like, bro, we could do this, bro. We could go up there with the best of them. And it just carries over.
Everyone, but do the at-bats against lefties mean a little bit more?
What'd you say?
I know you want to hit everyone, but do the at-bats against lefties when you're hitting righty, does that mean any more to kind of prove that you can hit those guys?
I mean, I'm being struggling
Eighth
for the
multi-hit
left
game of the
side,
season. I did not know
getting
that.
that hit from that side, obviously, like it means a lot.
When you're at the plate and you make good contact, how eager are you to showcase your speed?
I mean, it depends, Every time I hit the ball and I know it's in the gap, I know my speed can place up.
Do you feel like that part of your game
Wait,
is
what?
overlooked?
Hmm?
Do you feel that part of your game is overlooked?
What is overlooked, man?
Like people don't pay as much attention to it as some of your other
You
skills.
say, what does overlook mean?
Part of your game is overlooked?
Hmm?
Do you feel that part of your game is overlooked?
What is overlooked, man?
Like people don't pay as much attention to it as some of your other skills.
I really don't. I feel like people know that I can run.
Jasson, with the
Man, look, say what you want about his defense or however he bats from the right side, but you could tell, man, he's a good dude, man. He's a good kid. I really like Dominguez, and I really want him to do good, even if it's not with the Yankees. But hopefully he stays a Yankee for a long time, and he lives up to the hype that a lot of the hype has been bestowed upon him by us. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sure he has his own expectations of himself. But he's a solid player. He's got all the tools, man. He's got all the tools. So I'm not ready to give up on him from the right side, me personally. But I get it. The numbers don't lie. I get it. So he's gonna have to work on that, man, if he wants to really, really see playing time. And if you was watching the stream last night, I said, look, at the end of the day, like I get it. You got to develop these guys and all of that stuff. I really, really understand that. But at the same time, I would tell Dominguez if he was like my friend or my brother or anything, I would tell him, look, man, this is the big leagues, bro. You got to take that spot. Take it, bro. Because if you come out here hitting, eventually they have to play you, hopefully, because you know how Boone gets sometimes. That they just take the spot, man. If they're not going to give you the spot and give you the playing time you deserve, then go out there and take it,
Number of fans that came to tonight's game. This Yankee Stadium has had 50 million people come through it. When I say that to you, What's your reaction?
I mean, it's just incredible. You know, Yankees fans, they're really the best. I mean, not much to say, just it's incredible, awesome.
You heard what
Really
you
the
said,
best.
guys?
And it's just incredible. You know, Yankees fans, they're really the best. I mean, not much to say, just it's incredible, awesome.
Good for Dominguez, bro. I really like the dude, man. I want him to succeed in a big way, too. He knows what it means. That was a don't disrespect me face. Dominguez sparked the inning with his hustle double. Yeah, man. Dude, he's got all the tools, man. He could do damage on a baseball field. When given the opportunity. I know sometimes his style of play kind of comes off nonchalant, sort of like Grisham and stuff, but you got to understand that sometimes players have that inner confidence and that zen. It's not that there's no lack of urgency or anything. It's just that's the way they play, you know? So you don't want to change. That's what got him to the big leagues. So stick with it, man. Stick with it and get better. Let's just listen to Ben Rice and then we'll wrap this thing up.
Ben, how would you summarize that seventh inning from your perspective, being a part of it and then watching some of it too?
Yeah, that was amazing. Just to break through
D-Rose
there.
was good,
Been
D-Rose.
a back and forth game, so for everybody to come through there and get some runs across was big time.
You get the sense that an inning like that can carry over not just obviously the rest of tonight, but into future games?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think it can be contagious a little bit and give us some good momentum heading into tomorrow.
What was Michael King doing in those first innings?
They listened to Bad
first
Bunny in
innings
the
that kept you
background.
guys kept so close.
He's got good stuff. And he's a good pitcher. He's got solid command too. I think he's just getting guys a little off balance, using all his different pitch types too. So, yeah, he did well.
Dominguez turning that into a hustle double. How much of a spark was that for you guys?
Yeah, that's huge, and that's what he can do, right? He can stretch singles into doubles. He can do a lot of things with his speed. So, I mean, he's got all the tools in the world. So it's fun to watch.
Ben, this Yankee Stadium hit 50 million fans tonight. It's believed to be the second fastest stadium ever to get there. When you hear that, what's your reaction?
Second?
It hit
50 million total fans.
Did he say second fastest stadium to get to 50 million total fans? I want to know who's first.
Fans have come into this Yankee Stadium after today's attendance.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand what you meant.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
tonight.
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's amazing. I mean, it just it speaks to the fans that we have and just how excited everybody gets in this city to watch this team play. So that's awesome.
And from first base, what did you see from Clarke tonight in his 6 innings?
Great command of all of his different pitch types. I feel like he had a good feel for everything, and was just attacked.
We just cut it off there. Whoever's in charge of the playlist, they're huge fans of G Unit. You can tell. You can tell. We'll see if any more. Oh, we got Austin Wells and Clarke Schmidt. Let's listen to Clarke Schmidt, man. He had a great day.
You did a good job pitching yourself out of certain situations. How did you prevent anything from blowing up tonight?
I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of the name of my game a little bit is, I like to, obviously I'm not trying to put myself in those situations, but when those situations are.
I like that, man. He said, he was like, you find yourself in situations, he's like, yeah, that's kind of my game and stuff. You like to play on the edge. You're wild man over here.
I think, I kind of like to dig my heels in the ground a little bit and dig deep and get outs, big outs when I need them. And, I like to always be gritty out there and just trying to get big outs when I need them. So when runners are in scoring position or my back's kind of against the wall, I kind of not like, thrive or want to be in those situations, but I feel comfortable in those situations.
When you have 2 guys on and you're behind 3-1 on Bogarts in the 4th inning, what's the mentality there and how do you get out of that jam?
I mean, throw a strike. Obviously was falling behind that 1 inning, throwing some quality pitches, but just nibbling a little bit too much. And, when I was in those situations, attack this guy. And, that Bogarts in particular, felt like a pretty good matchup for me. So it's one of those guys where you don't want to let kind of go away, especially with how dangerous the rest of their lineup is. So for me, I was trying to go right at him.
Just observing that bottom of the 7th, when does it switch from being tense to entertaining?
Yeah.
No, they didn't bring it up.
I mean, it happens pretty quick. I think, when obviously we gave up the run there and you go down, you're
as fast as
but it just kind of
50
felt
million.
like, we've had some really
There's,
good close games
O's at Camden
this
Yards.
past week, and a lot of good ABs, a lot of good pitching performances, and felt like we were really close the whole time. So it just felt like the chips were going to fall our way one of these nights. And what a performance from the offense! Just that inning was very impressive, and it's a lot of fun when they're clicking like that. It's a lot of fun to be on this side.
What was the explanation on the balk?
I had no idea the rule, but I guess you have to declare. I should probably know that rule, but I didn't know. So you have to declare that you're going through the windup, and just didn't know the rule.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
All right. So, this is interesting, right? Let's hear that one more time from him.
You're not facing.
I didn't know the rule, but I guess you have to declare. I should probably know that rule, but I didn't know. So you have to declare that you're going through the windup, and just didn't know the rule.
So if I understand this correctly, if there's runners on base, you can't pitch to the windup. You have to let the umpire know and declare that, hey, I'm not pitching from the side. I'm gonna do my windup. Is that correct? That's what it sounds like. That's strange. I never knew that. I've never seen that. I've never even seen a player, because I've seen players pitch from the with runners on base just use their regular windup. I've also seen players with no runners on base pitch from the side, So I don't know. Maybe that's just something that happens behind the cameras that nobody really pays attention to, but they probably give a nod to the umpire and say, hey, I don't know. It's just some of these rules are just retarded. He says that's not true. Pitchers pitch from the windup with bases loaded all the time. That's what I'm saying. We've seen that done, and we've seen pitchers pitch from the side with nobody on base. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe they do declare it. We just don't see it. I'm strange. It's I don't know. It's weird, man. If you ask me, man, it sounds like a stupid rule.
Obviously, you're not facing Michael in the batter's box, but seeing him in another uniform, a guy that you kind of came up with, who you've been compared to in terms of confidence and the way that you guys carry yourself. What was that like tonight for you?
Yeah, a lot of fun. I think obviously a lot easier playing with him than competing against him. Great pitcher, great person. I think, I can't speak highly enough of him and everything that he's done for this organization and for myself, and just being able to compete with him and play with him was a lot of fun, and hopefully somewhere down the line we can reunite, but a lot of fun being able to
stop it there. Hey, Nando, I tell you what, man, maybe Devin Williams is doing it on purpose, because there's no secret that he wanted to go to the Dodgers. He thought he was going to the Dodgers, and then the Yankees came in and kind of took him away from you guys. So maybe that's why he's pitching so bad. Who knows? But I tell you what, we're not taking Conforto. We good on that. We are good. Let's see. Our last one, we'll listen to Wells, and then we'll wrap it
Austin,
up.
Pretty memorable way of getting your first career Grand Slam. What do you remember about how that milestone went down?
Just how long that inning was and how.
Yo, this dude's mustache is crazy. And my man got the freaking taco meat just sprouting out his shirt. Austin Wells don't give a fuck, dude. I like Austin Wells too, man.
Everyone in front of me just was working great at bats. That was a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun.
My man, you need to be sponsored by Manscaped, because that taco meat that's just sprouting out your shirt like that, bro. That ain't it, man. This ain't the 70s or the 60s, my brother.
To be a part of.
What would you attribute the success that all the lefties had against lefty pitchers that frame?
We got some really good hitters, and I don't know if it's one thing that made it great, but I think swinging at strikes and being ready to go.
It's crazy because they listen to
How were you and Clarke
70s
able
music.
to stay away from certain situations blowing up and developing into bigger messes?
Yeah, he did a great job of limiting when guys got on, and I think that was probably his best outing of the year so far, just being able to manage situations and get quick outs when he needed to.
How did King look to you?
He looked great. King always looks great.
You were in the hole, and Jasson got that hustle double. Just what did that do to open up the floodgates there that inning?
Yeah, it was momentum right out the gate, and I think for him to do that and get in scoring position immediately with nobody out gave us a good chance to score.
Do you ever remember having 5 RBIs in the same inning before at any level?
Maybe not in the same game, so no, I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
With tonight's attendance, Yankee Stadium, this version crossed 50 million all-time fans, believed to be the fastest stadium ever to get there. When I say that, what's your reaction?
Sounds like a lot of fans, but it's that's really cool and impressive, and I wouldn't expect it in any other city.
Austin Wells with the big night. So let's get into tomorrow's game. We got Max Fried on the bump. So this is probably our best odds of winning any of the games in this series so far. So good thing we took today. We should have had yesterday. And just think, man, hopefully we win tomorrow. But if we win tomorrow, it's great. We took the series, but just think we really could have swept them, And this is considered to be one of the premier teams in the league. And so that's good, man. That's good. With all that being said, I know as fans we gripe and complain and we bitch and moan. The Yankees are still in first place. They're still in first place. And yes, we have a lot of problems, but we also have a lot of things going for this team. And we have a lot of players that they haven't even played up to their potential yet. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. We have some reinforcements coming soon. It's going to be some big decisions that need to be made by the front office. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with all of that. Let me see. What time is tomorrow's game? Let me check that. So tomorrow's game is 7:05 p.m. Eastern. Dylan Cease versus Max Fried. This is a game that I expect to win. And it'll be good to take a series, get Thursday off, and then we go to the West Coast to face the Athletics and then the Mariners, I believe. So with all that being said, I appreciate you guys joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, also before I go, if you want, man, check out the merch. I have a few shirts up there so far, and I'm gonna start doing some more stuff and putting more stuff up here. But this is the merch right here. This is the Judge shirt and the Rice Baby. It's the Rice Baby shirt. Comes in all colors. Straight from Amazon. So I'm not using any website. You can buy straight from Amazon. And I make a few dollars off of it, but if you like to support, please support and enjoy the merch, man. Enjoy the merch. So that's gonna do it for me. I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go Yankees, and let's take the damn series tomorrow. Ken, thank you. Ace, thank you. Nando, thank you. D-Rose, thank you for joining. Chris, my brother, thank you. You're always welcome. You know that. Emilio, thank you. Jacob, my guy. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. D-Train, of course. D-Train's always supporting. And Andrew, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. And have a great night. Peace.